Hey, Surviving and Thriving series. I'm so glad to be with you here during Breast Cancer Month. I've been sharing my story with you on and off all month. I'm so excited about what has been happening. I pray that you continue to share, like, subscribe, do whatever you need to do so that someone else is encouraged by what I've been sharing with you all this time. I just wanted to kind of share today about the importance of even writing down your story and writing down the experience. Not just so that you can, get out your feelings. It was really helpful for me when I was sick to kind of write down the things that I was experiencing and write down the things that I was going through. But not just to be able to do that, but it is such a blessing that 2 or 3 years later, or after God has done exactly what he said he was going to do, when you go back to those things that you wrote, how you've grown, to be able to look at that, to see the growth, to be able to have something that shows that God has done something in your life. And oftentimes we need that because we're a lot like the children of Israel. We leave and we come away from a situation and we forget how awesome God is, or how God's word has been made manifest in our lives, and that we in that moment are a manifestation of a promise. I want you to be encouraged today that whatever God is doing in your life, wherever you are right now, it's not where you're going to be forever. This too shall pass. And where you go and where you end up after God and after he has performed the promise in your life, you'll be able to look back and see where God has brought you from. I want you to know that he's a God that keeps his promises. And every time I look back in those books and I read through the experiences that I have in the emotional place that I used to be in, how God has brought me from one place to another, and how he has healed the brokenness, and how he's healed the physical sickness and ailment, and how God has been a promise keeper in everything. And I can remind myself daily of the many promises that he's kept to me. So please be mindful that when you're going through this, it's not just therapeutic to write it down, but it's also helpful that when you look back over your life and when you look back where you've been and what you've gone through, that it will be a reminder that God keeps his promises and you are a living manifestation of the glory of God. Don't just survive, but seek to thrive and show forth his glory here in the land of the living. Be so encouraged. Know that I love you. Thanks for listening.